Okay, so very good evening to all of you. Today our topic of discussion is increasing and decreasing function. So we all are familiar with the differential calculus, and even many videos I have brought related to differential calculus and integral calculus. Thereby further we have discussed about differential equations also, especially only for differential questions, differential calculus. I have not brought any video, so I will be bringing it very shortly. But using that differentiation, we have solved integration. Using that differentiation extensively or intensively, you can say, we have solved differential equations, because differential equations, when we have solved, I have brought some 2 or 3 videos already related to differential equation. It gives a complete, you can say, exposure to differentiation and integration. Both concepts are simultaneously used at one place. So this differential equation, absolutely it is giving a good exposure of our mind to get opened up in the field of integral calculus and differential calculus both. And increasing function and decreasing function, what I have brought today is actually an application of differentiation. It is an application of differentiation where we are in a position to find that whether the given function, whether it is algebraic function, okay, or whether it is a polynomial, whether it is a trigonometric function, so whether it will be having an increasing trend or it will be having a decreasing trend, and in which interval it will be increasing, in which interval it will be decreasing. And this type of functions are of two types. Simply we can say that whether the function is increasing function or whether the function is decreasing function in certain interval. We can also say that whether the function is strictly increasing in this particular interval or it is strictly decreasing in this particular interval. So that part we will be able to say by using differentiation. Okay. Another part, by utilizing differentiation, we will be able to find that whether the function is having maximum at which place, maximum value at which place, or it will be having minimum value at which place. So this maximum and minimum, maxima and minima points also we will be able to find out. So differentiation and integration, as we know and as I have told you separately several times, that its use is very intensive in engineering field. Almost all the you can say machineries, even the computing system, everything is working on the basis of these differential equations. Differential equations may be single order, or it may be first order, second order, third order, even higher order. So intensively it is used in many places, especially in engineering. Okay. So that's why there is a need to have much more clarity on the concept of differentiation and integration. And it doesn't mean that we should not have a very good concept on probability or a very good concept on statistics, vector algebra. Of course, those things are also required simultaneously, as I am telling you, that even all the machineries where we are talking about any type of machines, those machines are working and we are finding out various points on which it will be having a maximum value or minimum value, or at which failure will be taking place. So all those things involves differentiation and integration intensively. So trigonometric functions are very important. Okay. So already I have brought a video for trigonometric, even those who wants to clarify basic concepts on trigonometry. So for 10th standard students, I have already made one video. That video people they can see and they can understand basic concepts of trigonometry. Simultaneously, some applications on heights and distances also I have made. Those heights and distances are also giving a good example where we are using these trigonometric functions to find out the height of a tower, to find out the distance of the ship from, you can say, a tower, watchtower. So, and even the height at which the aircraft is flying from the ground. So, all these things have been made possible. Determination of all these heights and distances have been made possible only by utilizing trigonometric functions. So, trigonometric functions, innumerous use is there, innumerous use. Engineering is cannot possible, I can say, without trigonometric functions, without differentiation and integration. Of course, other things are also mandatory, but without calculus part, what we want to say, calculus, integral calculus, differential calculus, and this trigonometric functions, solution of triangles with the help of trigonometric functions, extremely mandatory, extremely mandatory. It's very, very urgent. So, let us move towards solving one question. Today I have solved only one question, and one question itself has taken 20 minutes to solve, because it's not that only solving it. If you are understanding it in a better manner, so I have gone for much more clarity in each and every concepts, in each and every steps. So it has taken that much time. In examination, you may take it only 5 minutes or 6 minutes, depending on your practice. So much more practice is required. Okay, so I feel that it will be very much useful for our 12th standard students, those who are preparing, and even for those who are preparing for some competitive examinations, including IIT, main or advanced, or whatever it is. Okay, so right, thank you very much. Let us move for solving the question. Okay, so today we are going to discuss the topic of increasing and decreasing function. So this particular topic actually comes from differential calculus. So it is a part of differential calculus in which we find the given function, whether it is increasing function or whether it is decreasing function. Okay. So like suppose if we are having a graph and we do have some function. So at one place it will be increasing and then further it will be decreasing. Okay. So if suppose this is the point where f dash x will be equal to 0, the slope will be equal to 0. So in this case, it will be increasing function in this curve, whereas in this side, it will be a decreasing function, this side. So that particular part we need to find. We are given the function fx is equal to sin 3x minus cos 3x, and we are already given that x belongs to 0 and pi, in between 0 and pi. So whether the given function is strictly increasing or strictly decreasing, so we need to find the interval in which it will be increasing and it will be decreasing. So two set of intervals we need to find out. One set of interval for strictly increasing, another set of interval for strictly decreasing. So let us solve this question. Right, very good. So let us see that if we are given the function fx is equal to sin 3x minus cos 3x. Now in order to find the interval in which it is increasing or decreasing, we need to find fx, f dash x. F dash x means d by dx of this function. Differentiation, we need to differentiate this function. So if we will be going for differentiation of this function f dash x, then we get 3 cos 3x. Then differentiation of cos x is minus sin x. So it will be minus and minus, it will make it as plus 3 sin 3x. So this we have got now. Now further, this f dash x we need to find in such a way so that we will be getting one single value of sin x or cos x. So how we will make it? So we will modify this particular f dash x by utilizing some formulas. So we know that sin 45 degree is equal to 1 by root 2, which is also equal to cos 45 degree. Sin 45 degree means what? And 45 degree is actually pi by 4. So it means sin pi by 4 is equal to cos pi by 4, which is equal to 1 by root 2. If we will multiply 1 by root 2 to both of them, we can convert this particular function in the form as sin a plus b is equal to sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. Okay, so sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. We need to convert so that we will be getting sin a plus b here. So what we will do, if we will multiply with root 2 and inside cos 3x and sin pi by 4, or you can say multiplication of 1 by root 2 if we are making. So 1 by root 2 is what? Sin pi by 4. So sin pi by 4 plus sin 3x and cos pi by 4. So cos pi by 4 is 1 by root 2, sin pi by 4 is 1 by root 2. We have multiplied this with root 2 so that this 1 by root 2 will get cancelled and we will be getting the same expression. So literally there is no difference between this expression and that expression. Okay. So now it will become 3 root 2 sin 3x plus pi by 4. Okay. 3x plus pi by 4, which is in the form sin a plus b. Right? Sin a plus b is equal to sin a cos b or cos a sin b. Right. So this f dash x we have got, which I am going to mention here. I am going to write here. So it is 3 root 2 sin 3x plus pi by 4. Now, for strictly increasing, we need to find the interval now for strictly increasing function. If we want to find strictly increasing, that f dash x should be greater than 0. If we want to find strictly decreasing, then f dash x should be less than 0. By utilizing this, we are going to find the interval now. So for strictly increasing, f dash x is greater than 0. It means 3 root 2 sin 3x plus pi by 4 is greater than 0. If we divide both sides with 3 root 2, we will get sin 3x plus pi by 4 should be greater than 0. So now sin 3x plus pi by 4 should be greater than 0. We are already knowing that in a quadrant it is 0, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2 and it is 2 pi. So in first quadrant and in second quadrant, sin theta is always positive, means greater than 0. It will be negative in third quadrant and fourth quadrant. So this angle has to be between first quadrant and second quadrant. It means it should be between 0 to pi. It means this 3x plus pi by 4, if we are writing, so it should be between 3x plus pi by 4 and should be between pi. Okay, as it is we are already given x is between 0 to pi. Okay, right. But to be positive, this angle 3x plus pi by 4 should be between 0 to pi. Now we will subtract pi by 4 from both. So from both, if we are saying, so here it is becoming 0 minus pi by 4. So we cannot write here minus pi by 4. So minus angle is not there. It should be positive angle only. It should be from 0 onwards. So it will be 0 only. And if we have subtracted minus pi by 4 from this 3x, it will be 3x. And if we are subtracting pi minus pi by 4, okay, so it is pi minus pi by 4. Then we are getting 0, 3x between, so it is 4 pi minus pi, 3 pi by 4. Right? Yes. So now we will divide this particular 3x is between 0 and 3 pi by 4. We will divide all by 3. So 0 divided by 3 will give you 0 only. 3x divided by 3 will give us as x, and 3 pi by 4 divided by 3 will give us as pi by 4. Right? So this x should be between 0 and pi by 4. This is one interval, 0 and pi by 4. Right? Okay. So this is one interval. Another one we are going for. So another one in the quadrant, if we are going from 2 pi to 3 pi. So 2 pi, and then again if we are going to 3 pi. So that also will be positive, 2 pi to 3 pi. Yes, it will be positive. Then I will be writing here further this one. Okay. So if we are saying that 3x plus pi by 4, so 2 pi to 3 pi, 2 pi 3x plus pi by 4 is less than 3 pi. In between this particular values also, f dash x will be greater than 0, because sin 3x plus pi by 4 is going to become 0. Now we will subtract pi by 4 from all. So if we are subtracting, we are getting 2 pi minus pi by 4. So 2 pi minus pi by 4 less than 3x minus pi by 4 plus pi by 4 minus pi by 4 less than 3 pi minus pi by 4. We want to remove this pi by 4. We want to bring x here. That's why these operations we are doing. Okay. So 2 pi minus pi by 4. So 8 pi minus pi. So it will become 7 pi by 4. 7 pi by 4. And this pi by 4 will get cancelled, less than. So 3x. And then 3 pi minus pi by 4. So 12 pi minus pi. So 11 pi by 4. If we are dividing by 3, all to all, if we are dividing, so here we are getting 7 pi by 12, then x, then here 11 pi 12. So now our interval, one more interval we have got, and that interval is 7 pi to 11 pi by 12. Okay, so 7 pi by 12 and 11 pi by 12. So this interval also we have got. Now we can say that this f dash x is strictly increasing. Strictly increasing. So which are the intervals? One is 0 pi by 4. Then another interval is 7 pi by 12, 11 pi by 12. Similarly, we are going to find strictly decreasing now. Let me rub this side. So this is pi only, strictly decreasing. So for strictly increasing, we have got the result here, intervals. For strictly decreasing, as f dash x has to be less than 0, means f dash x should be less than 0. So in this case, now continuing as it is, so sin 3x plus pi by 4 should be less than 0. Yes, so it means sin 3x plus pi by 4 angle should be less than 0. Right? Okay. So now this particular angle, if we are going for here in quadrant, we will see, then we are finding that in first and second quadrant, sine angle is positive. Sine angle is negative in third and fourth quadrant. Means between pi to 2 pi. Between pi to 2 pi. Okay. So it means this angle 3x plus pi by 4 will be less than 0 between pi and 2 pi. Between pi and 2 pi. Again further, as we did earlier, the same way we will find interval. We will subtract pi by 4 from all. So it is pi minus pi by 4, then 3x plus pi by 4 minus pi by 4 less than 2 pi minus pi by 4. The interval is, so 3 pi by 4, then this got cancelled, 3x, then 2 pi minus pi by 4, so 8 pi minus pi, 7 pi by 4. So the interval we got, no, now we have to divide by 3 so that we can make it as x. Further, if we are dividing by 3, so we are getting 3 will get cancelled, so it will be pi by 4 and it is x and it is 7 pi by 12. Okay. So we got the interval, first interval for this one is between pi by 4 and 7 pi by 12. Another one. So now next interval we are going to find. Okay. So as we are already discussing about strictly decreasing function, so f dash x again less than 0, which will be sin 3x plus pi by 4 should be less than 0. Our process will be same. Now this sine angle, once we said that it will be negative when it will be in third quadrant and fourth quadrant, that is between pi and 2 pi. Now next one, after 2 pi, suppose if it is there, then where it will be? So 2 pi plus pi. So it will become 3 pi. Okay. Right. So here already 2 pi is there. If we are coming here, so again pi will be added. So it will be 3 pi. Right. And then again pi will be added. So it will be 3 pi to 4 pi. It means this 3x plus pi by 4 will be less than 0 in the case of 3 pi to 4 pi also. So it will be continuing like this. Okay. Right. Now so 3 pi to 4 pi. Again moving in the same manner, same fashion. We need to bring it x here. Right. So what we will be doing? We will go for first subtracting of pi by 4. So 3 pi minus pi by 4 which is between minus pi by 4 and 4 pi minus pi by 4. What we are getting here? We are getting 4, 3, 12, 12 pi minus pi, so 11 pi by 4. Then this pi by 4 will get cancelled, here 3x, and then 16 pi minus pi, so it is 15 pi by 4. Okay, right. Now we need to remove x here. So why we are doing these steps in detail? So each and every step involves similar operations, similar procedures. Values are getting changed, but operations are similar. So this one question completely will give full idea that how the question has to be solved properly. Okay, and we will be able to solve further questions also. Okay, so let us solve it. Here still it is not completed. Then if we will be dividing by 3 to all, so 11 pi by 4 divided by 3, so it will become 11 pi by 12 less than, so 3x is divided by 3, so it will become x, and then here it will become 15 pi by 12. So 15 pi by 12, 3 will cancel this 5. Okay, so it will become 3 pi by 4, or we can write 15 pi by 12. So 5 by 4 pi is there, right? Okay, but our answer will be up to pi only, 0 to pi, because x is always 0 to pi. We have to maintain this x between 0 to pi. Okay, so once it is greater than 15 pi by 12, if we are writing, then it should be up to pi only. So it should not be greater than pi. Till the time 11 pi by 12, it is smaller than pi. 15 pi by 12, it is greater than pi. So this will not be accepted. Okay, pi by 4, 7 pi by 12, all these are less than pi only. So that values are accepted. So here the value will come as 11 pi by 12, and it's not 15 pi by 12, we will put it as pi only. So this is the twist has come here. Logic has to be applied. Before that also, when we went for, okay, so all are between pi only, 0 to pi only. We can say that further also it will be there. Yes, further also it will be there, but that will be more than pi. Then our answer will not be there. We have to keep our answer between 0 to pi only. So that 0 to pi, which is given in the question, that condition has to be maintained. So that's why we are getting two intervals. These two intervals are coming, which is between 0 and pi. Okay, so that's why I have made as up to pi only. Right. So in this way, we have found strictly increasing interval. Okay, so we have already solved, and we can say that, let me write here. So increasing interval. So we have already written 0 and pi by 4, and 7 pi by 12 and 11 pi by 12, pi by 12 and 11 pi by 12. Okay, now strictly decreasing. There is a word called strictly. Okay, in next one also I will tell you that what is decreasing function, what is increasing function, and what is strictly increasing and strictly decreasing. Okay, so that part. Here it is strictly decreasing. So strictly decreasing function is between, you can say, pi by 4 and 7 pi by 12. Another interval is there, that 11 pi by 12 and pi. And what will be there in examination, sometimes we will be writing 15 pi by 12. Or if we are cancelling with 3, so it will become 5 by 4 pi. 5 by 4 pi is also more than pi. It is pi plus pi by 4. So we cannot write, because our answer should be between 0 to pi. So these intervals we have got for strictly increasing and strictly decreasing. Right? So I hope our students have understood this question very well, and in next video we will solve some more questions related to increasing or decreasing function. So actually one question of this type of increasing or decreasing function, if like this we will be getting, so it will need you can say a complete exposure to differentiation, and then quadrants in which angles are, whether it is positive or negative, everything will come into picture. And a good knowledge of trigonometry, good knowledge of trigonometric formulas also required here. So I feel that our students would have understood. If anybody has not understood, then he can write in comment. Surely I will come back to you. Okay? So thank you very much.